You both said today that you love each other, and I believe it. But I'm trying to tell you, love is not enough for a successful marriage. There's so many other things that go in it. It's not just about you anymore.
Previously on Divorce Court.
Are you dining out with someone else?
No. I'm going out with co-workers. So
are you having sex with
Okay.
these co-workers too? Because our sex life has changed as well. We used to have sex almost every day.
When I come home, I'm tired.
You have other suspicions.
Yes. I think that he's seeing someone else. There was a text message.
Well, who was it from?
I don't know who it was, but it said, "Hey, baby."
I didn't even know who it was.
Who was the message from, Mr. Greer?
I don't know. It
Yes,
was a wrong
he
number.
does.
Why don't you believe him, Miss Dixon?
Because I also received a voicemail and a phone call at my job from another woman.
What did she say to you?
I submitted the voicemail, ma'am. Would you like to hear it?
I would definitely like to hear the voicemail.
I have some important information that you might not know about, that you need to know about. We have a lot in common.
On top of the text message, on top of the working late, on top of the out of town, on top of us not having sex, these numbers are not adding up at all.
Wow.
Well, Mr. Greer, who's the woman?
It's a mystery. She's the mystery woman.
You submitted some evidence in the court, Miss Dixon. I want to take an opportunity to review it. We're going to take a brief recess.
Okay.
Court is back in session.
Okay, I wanted to take a brief recess because I wanted to confirm the information that you provided and confirm the fact that we were able to locate the witness who called you and left the voicemail for you on the date and occasion. That witness is here in court and she has a statement that she would like to make. Miss LaToya Smith, I'm now calling you into the courtroom to the witness stand.
You can stand
Hey,
here.
Chris.
So,
You don't know who I am?
so she's here?
You don't know who I
I'm
am?
going to call order in the
Here?
court. I'm going to
She's
call order in the
here?
court. I don't want anyone to speak. Miss Smith, you say that you know Mr. Greer, and I would like for you to tell the
is too
court
much.
how you know Mr.
sorry.
Greer.
Stay.
Ma'am,
This is way too much for me. I can't, this is, it's too much. It's too much.
Too much.
It's too much.
Who is that? Your aunt? Who was that?
His aunt.
Miss Smith, you're
Yeah.
here in court today. You say that you know Mr. Greer and that you've known him for the last couple of years. Tell me what your relationship is with him specifically.
That's Daddy Bear. Like
I don't know what that
Daddy Bear.
means.
that's my man. Like that we're in a relationship together. Like we live together.
Live together?
Yes, we live together.
Miss Dixon,
What, how,
Miss
live
Dixon,
together? How
Miss
does that
Dixon,
happen?
I'm going to adjourn the entire proceeding.
Y'all live together? I'm sorry, okay.
Yeah, we live together. We've been together like 2 years.
Is that true, Mr. Greer?
Is that true?
Mr. Greer, is that true? Do you live with Miss Smith?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so this is the woman that called your fiancé, Miss Dixon?
Possibly.
Well, you heard her on the voicemail. Did that sound like her voice?
It
How
did,
long?
Your
How
Honor.
long have the two of you been living together?
Not that.
Over here. Hello.
Miss
gotta
Smith,
stand over there.
I want you
I
to
just
stand
want-
behind the witness
Hold on.
stand, and I want you to stay there. Miss Dixon, I'm going to say something to you because you wrote to divorce court and you said that you wanted to know the truth. I know that this is very difficult. You provided the staff with a phone number and you asked the staff if they could locate the witness. They were able to do that. And you asked for the truth, and I want you to hear from Miss Smith today, because if what she's saying is true, I know it hurts, but the truth was probably going to be the thing that sets you free today. So let's take a moment, and I want to hear what Miss Smith has to say about her relationship with Mr. Greer, because if it's true, he hasn't been forthcoming with you, but we're going to get to the bottom of it here today, and you'll get the answers that you asked this court for. Miss Smith, What is your relationship with Mr. Greer?
That's my boyfriend.
And how long have the two of you been in a relationship?
You could say 2 years if you want to just put a bow on it.
Did
but
you know that he is engaged to Miss Dixon?
engaged? No. When I met Chris, because he used to come to this gas station I used to go to all the time. When I met Chris, he did tell me he had a girlfriend, because he used to always come in there and always get the same slushy every time he came in there all the time. And he attractive little older dude. So, I wanted to see what was to him. So I gave him my number. He didn't call. You know what I mean? It was about 3 weeks or so. So I was like, okay, he's not interested. So when he came in, he was looking good. So I tried again. I was just like, so why you ain't called me? He said he had a girl. And I was like, oh, okay, I respected that. You know what I mean? 3 weeks later.
Actually, you didn't respect it, because here we are in court today.
No, that's the thing. I'm telling you what I'm trying to tell you, because for some reason I feel like y'all trying to make it seem like I'm a side chick. Like, this is my boyfriend. We're in a whole relationship.
Miss Smith.
Yes.
Before you walked into court today, he actually testified that they were supposed to get married this month.
This month? We're going to Vegas at the end of this month.
Well, I'm just telling you
Okay.
the testimony before you walked in today, because you're saying we're trying to portray you as a side chick. I'm just letting you know that Mr. Greer is testifying in here today with his fiancé that they're supposed to get married this month. So who's portraying you as the side chick?
Because
She.
No, I'm not gonna say nothing to this man, because I respect my elders. I don't know her, but that's my boyfriend. Like,
well, you know what? You seem to be very proud of that fact, and I'm just not sure you should be at this moment.
Well, you know,
Mr. Greer, tell me what's going on here.
yeah, tell us all.
Well, Your Honor,
Am I a side chick?
I'm asking you, are the two of you in a relationship right now?
Yes or no?
Before this, I had no clue about her.
So why have two completely separate lives with two completely different women? Because you think that you can get away with it?
well,
I want to hear from the one person in this courtroom that I want to speak right now, who's been the most quiet since you walked out, is Mr. Greer, and that's who I want to hear from.
well, Your Honor, I met Miss Smith at the gas station.
I know how you met. I'm asking you, are the two of you in a relationship right now?
Yes or no?
Yes,
Okay, and how long have you been in a relationship with Miss Smith?
almost 2 years.
Okay. According to Miss Smith, the two of you have a lease on an apartment together. Is that true?
That is true.
So you're living a double life.
So that's why I gotta pay half the bills.
You pay bills? I pay no bills. I'm not even working right now due to the virus that's going on right now.
Once again, you seem very proud of your position, and I'm here to tell you it is nothing to be proud of.
He's a great man.
Well, I am so happy you feel that way.
I feel like y'all don't understand. You understand? Y'all don't understand what I'm saying. I had no clue about her. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm at Thanksgiving dinners. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm with the family. Like I said, me and his is real close. Like, she actually introduced me to God. She helped me through when I lost the baby. So for him to come on here and say that, like, to say you didn't know me, that's what they told me. They said you didn't even know who I was. How you think that make me feel?
A baby.
Y'all got kids?
Mr. Greer?
Yes.
Mr.
Your Honor.
Greer?
Girl.
That was his testimony. He said he did not know you, and that he was engaged before you walked in here today. He was engaged to Miss Dixon. They were having some issues that they were trying to work out in their relationship, but he's planning for a wedding, and they were saving for their wedding. So why do this, Mr. Greer? Why have two completely separate lives with two completely different women? Because you think that you can get away with it?
Yes.
Well, Your Honor, with it being 5 years, it didn't seem like the relationship was moving in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to me, things were getting a little boring.
So you know what happens when a relationship isn't going in the right direction, and it means that when you're an adult and you want to be mature and responsible in a relationship, then you end the relationship if you want to go on and be with somebody else.
Chris, this
but that's
BD?
not what you chose to
That's
do,
BD? Ma'am.
right? Because you chose
I
to
wanna make
not
sure who she
just
is.
have a fiance, but also have a full-fledged relationship with someone else and lie to both of them. Am I correct, sir?
You are correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Smith actually thinks that you live with her. Ms. Dixon believes that the two of you are engaged and you're able to live a double life. Ms. Dixon, I'm sorry you had to find out this way in court today.
It's like, the joke is on me. A baby, an apartment, she ain't lying, that's your woman. Boo!
Ms. Smith, what do you have to say? If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV. And so now I understand why there's been this change that Ms. Dixon was talking about over the course of the last year. Really, it's been longer because Ms. Smith actually thinks that you live with her. Ms. Dixon believes that the two of you are engaged, and because you're in the industry where you drive long-distance trucks, you're able to live a double life and lie to both of these women. Ms. Dixon, I'm sorry you had to find out this way in court today.
On national television.
So going forward now, Ms. Dixon, and knowing the truth that Mr. Greer is in a relationship with someone else, how do you move forward?
That's the thing. Like I think I'm gonna exit. I think I'm gonna let y'all have at it. I really do. I think I'm gonna exit stage left or right, whichever one. But I think I'm gonna let y'all have at it. Because if you can lie to me, I've been with you for 5 years. She knows your family, my dude. So they know. It's like, the joke is on me. But that's not what's happening. And you should have known me better than that. A baby, an apartment, that's your woman. That's your woman. She ain't lying, that's your woman. Boo.
Ms. Smith, what do you have to say?
I really need to talk to Chris about this because I'm in a situation.
Like I'm giving them to you, boo.
I'm not talking to
Ms.
you.
Dixon and Ms. Smith, do not speak to each other.
I'm not trying to distract that.
I'm going to ask you again,
Chris,
Ms.
like
Smith.
I said, Chris does everything right now. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Get a job.
What am I? How? What? So I don't know. Like, I'm in a legal lease with this man. Like, when he come home, he's coming home to me. How do we supposed to just, for me to sit here and tell you, oh yes, as soon as I leave here, I'm done with him, I can't say that. And she's saying that now, but she can't say that either. Like, I'm invested in this right now. You know what I mean? Like, this is it. This was it for me.
So you are invested in a man who is engaged to another woman, and you don't see that as a deal breaker now in your life.
I don't know the whole story. Like,
well,
I'm
telling you, I don't need to know the entire story. You know enough of the story to know exactly what you are dealing with in this situation. Mr. Greer has not been honest with either one of you for a very long time, with you from day one. And the entire life you believe that you had built with him is based on a whole lie and nothing but a lie. So you can say, what are you supposed to do when you leave here? Well, you have a choice. Because if you want to leave with Mr. Greer, you are leaving with a liar. Ms. Smith, I'm going to excuse you from court now. Thank you for appearing. I didn't know how this case was going to turn out. I knew that we had a witness here today, but I didn't know the extent of her testimony. And now that we've learned it, and we've learned the actual truth, Ms. Dixon, it's time for you to move on. And you said that he's been managing the finances and managing your life. Well, now you're going to have to find a way to do something different, because He's not the person that you want to marry. He's not the person that you want to be with when you have this level of dishonesty. It isn't just cheating. It is literally living a double life.
Literally.
So you have your answer. And Mr. Greer?
And he doesn't even seem like he's not even remorseful. Like you haven't said nothing.
Hey, I don't know what to
You
say.
haven't said not one thing in this courtroom.
don't know what
She
to
said,
say.
you've been the quietest one up in this room.
I don't know what
When
to
you're the
say, Kay.
loudest one, you've been the quietest one, the most quiet out of all of us.
Ms. Dixon?
I'm sorry.
Ms. Dixon?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, he doesn't know what to say because he doesn't know what lie to tell anymore. Because you've been exposed and the truth has been revealed here in court today. So there is nothing else to say. He doesn't get to make a decision according to you of who he wants to be with. You've made the decision for yourself. Mm-hmm. And you said based on this information, which I think you knew what was going on. You didn't know to the extent, but you were aware and you had a suspicion that something was happening and now you know. And you've made your decision to move on and move forward. And I hope that you finding out the truth, you know, in life, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. I hope that you can go forward knowing the truth and build a better life for yourself with someone who you can trust and someone who believes in you and believes in your relationship and is going to do the right thing. And that is someone who's loyal to you, because you really shouldn't shed another tear, because this is not a loss for you. This is a win, because you know the truth. So you are the person who walks out of court today with your head held up high. There is no shame. There is no embarrassment. There is no condemnation on your part.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
I thought her verdict was the correct one. I thought it was well thought out, and it was a decision that I was going to make anyway. So,
Judge Faith's verdict was right, and you know, I'm very sorry for hurting two people that I really, really care about.
the only thing that I want to say is you can have this. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I am.
No, you're not.
Kay,
No.
can we talk about this?
No! Don't make me act a fool, sir. Please. Please, sir.
Kay, stop walking. Come here.
Nope.
Please.
Chris and I have not been in touch with one another. I am very sad that our relationship did not work out as it should have. But I know that I deserve better. And I am trying to get on with my life, trying to figure this thing out alone.
Well, I was really surprised to see LaToya in court. I never thought I'd see that. And I've been reaching out to Kay. She won't return any of my phone calls, any texts, emails. I just want to tell her how sorry I am, because I'm really sorry what I did to both ladies. I just started reaching out to LaToya because I think that we did have a connection. And we're gonna see how that's gonna go.
I was devastated walking in the courtroom, seeing a man that I'm in a relationship with, in a totally different relationship, engaged to another woman. And before I walked out, he didn't even know I existed. How was I supposed to feel? How am I supposed to feel now? Like, we've been talking, we don't live together currently, but he's still paying the bills. And he wants to work it out, but there's no trust. How can I trust someone after that? I still really don't have any closure on who she is or what they got going on. And I hope he's not doing it because of the baby, because I'm not pregnant.